फिजिक्स गोल 100 में आज हम इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स ऑफ कंडक्टर्स पढ़ेंगे। इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स ऑफ कंडक्टर्स means the study of all the behaviors of a conductor when placed in an electric field. Suppose we are always say the electric field is uniform. So conductors, what is the special character between the conductor and the insulators? The conductors are having free electrons structure, or we can say free electron exists like connected clouds in the conductor and responds very quickly to the external electric field. So when external electric field is caused, then these connected clouds responds very quickly as then dielectric or insulator. Dielectric or insulator mean they are not the connected clouds. So the most important properties of these conductors: number one, net electric field inside conductor becomes zero. This is first property. Net charge always come to the outer surface of conductor, means no charge exists inside a conductor. Third property, electric field lines are always normal to the surface of the conductor, means there is no component of electric field which is parallel to the surface of the conductor. The whole volume of conductor is equipotential. It shows that the electric field lines are always normally outward to the conductor, so that no component exists parallel to the surface. Surfaces of two parallel charge plate carry equal and opposite charges, means whenever two conductors are placed close to each other, they are equally and oppositely charged. Sixth property, electric field intensity near the surface of the charged conductor is given by sigma by epsilon naught n cap, where n cap is unit vector which is directed outward normal. Electric field is zero inside the cavity of a hollow charged conductor. We will derive these properties one by one. Let's discuss the electric field inside the conductor is zero. Suppose we have the plates which is positively charged and other is negatively charged, or we can say that we connect this plate by a cell, and when we place a conductor in between these plates, we know conductor have free electrons and the external electric field is directed from positive plate to negative plate. This is E external. Now what will happen, as you know, the electron drift in against the direction of the electric field, or motion of the negative charges against the direction of electric field, then the electrons start drifting towards left, means electron collect at this point. Since charge is conserved in a conductor, so equal amount of positive charge stay on the right hand side. It means the induced electric field developed in opposite direction. When induced electric field developed in opposite direction, the negative charge starts moving and net electric field is E external minus E induced. The flow of charge stops when E external becomes E induced. E external जब E induced के बराबर हो जाएगी तो चार्ज का फ्लो रुक जाएगा, और आप कहेंगे कि इसके अंदर, और हम कहें अगर मैं यहाँ नेट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की बात करूं तो E एक्सटर्नल E इंड्यूस के बराबर हो जाएगी, E नेट हो जाएगी जीरो. If E net becomes zero, then I am also discussing the same second you can say the property. When electric field inside conductor becomes zero, then by using Gauss law, E dot ds is charge enclosed by epsilon naught. So if electric field becomes zero, then charge enclosed also becomes zero. Charge भी zero हो गया. One more thing, the potential inside the conductor will also remains constant by due to same reason, due to same electrostatics. We know the formula, the potential difference is minus E dot dr. So when potential is, I am discussing three questions from same. 1, net electric field 0. 2, net charge is 0. 3, the potential throughout the surface inside the surface becomes constant inside the conductor. How? Since dV is minus E dot dr and E is 0 dot dr means dV is 0. When dV is 0 means V inside to V surface. If I am talking about V inside to V surface, so what will I get? V inside to V surface is 0. I am applying the limits. V surface minus V inside is 0. V surface is equal to V inside. So its problem is the voltage on the surface and on inside becomes equal. So I discuss in this simple one query, I discuss three concepts, and the three concepts can be asked in the board examination. So please take care and give proper attention to this. Next electrostatic condition is the electric field lines are always normal to the surface of the conductor. Suppose we say that electric field lines are not normal to the surface of the conductor, means suppose this is a conductor and the electric field lines are not normal. Then certainly if they are not normal, then a component of electric field exists along the surface. This component compels the charges to move around the surface, but due to electrostatic condition, no charge flow across the surface. Means if no charge flow through the surface, means E cos theta must be 0. If E cos theta must be 0, means cos theta must be 0, means cos theta must be cos 90 and theta must be 90 degree. So this is the property. Recently we have discussed the electric field is normally outward to the surface, but now we want to find out how much it is outward normal. So to find that, we are using one Gaussian surface, cylindrical surface. Suppose having surface charge density plus sigma, and since electric field inside is 0, we have already discussed. So only electric field exists outside and area vector is directed here. Again, if I talk about the curved surface, electric field is again directed here, but area vector is here. So between electric field and the area vector is 90 degree. So to calculate total flux, we can say that d phi is E ds cos 0 for this, or it is plus E ds cos 90 for this surface, means there is no end here. From inside E is 0, 0 dot ds, or I can write it plus E inside dot ds. E inside is 0, that's why it is 0. This is 0 due to 90, this is 0 due to E inside is 0. Only it exists E ds. तो d phi केवल आता है आपके पास E ds. That must be using Gauss theorem. What is Gauss theorem? Charge enclosed by epsilon naught. Charge enclosed by this surface is sigma ds. Its surface charge density is sigma, then it is sigma ds. So E ds is sigma ds by epsilon naught. ds will cancel out. Now its directed is away, outward normal, which we have already discussed that it is normal to the surface. So E is sigma by epsilon naught into n cap. This was the how the electric field lines, what amount it is. It must be directed vertically, outward normal to the surface. Now we'll discuss the behavior of the dielectric in an external electric field. Dielectric are of two types. Number one is polar dielectric. Number two is non-polar dielectrics. Non-polar dielectric stretches themselves in the presence of electric field. Non-polar dielectric, they align themselves along, develop a net dipole moment among themselves. Suppose I am talking about a plates, parallel plates, which is connected to a cell. The charge on each plates is plus Q. Now a dielectric of dielectric constant K is placed between these plates. The external electric field developed by the plate is E, which is directed left to right. Now what happens? The polar dielectric, the poles are started aligning themselves in against direction of the electric field, means this is electric field. Then we have negatively charged here and positively charged here, and again the positively charged here and negatively charged here. In between they are arranged so that the net charge inside it becomes 0, but it is not 0 at the ends. So as a whole, what we have observed, we observe a positive charge layer develops near negative plate and negative charge layer develops positive plates. So if the charge developed is QP, I call it plus QP, I call it minus QP, then the polarized electric field also developed inside. This, here we define a term polarization, and I suppose the surface charge developed at these ends are sigma p, minus sigma p and plus sigma p. Then the polarization is the amount of magnetic moment developed, electric moment developed per unit volume. The electric dipole moment developed per unit volume is called polarization. So polarization is the electric dipole moment, yani net P net developed upon per unit volume. So if I talk about P net, then what is the P net is QP into this D upon volume is area into D. What is QP? QP means surface charge density, polarized surface charge density into area into D upon A into D. It means the polarization P is sigma P, that is equal to the surface charge density. Again, the polarization, intensity of polarization or magnitude of polarization is proportional to applied electric field, and this is P mod of P is Xi E, that is called electric susceptibility, Xi E multiplied by electric field. So this is the magnitude of polarization vector, or it is polarization. So now if I talk about the net electric field, E net inside the dielectric is E external minus EP. So E external minus EP is the net electric field, which is also can be calculated. E net can be calculated by E naught by K. E net is calculated by E naught by K. How can we find out the relation between polarized charge developed due to the dielectric and the charge placed between the plates? Now, suppose we are having E net is E naught by K and actual में E naught क्या है? E naught minus EP. If E naught is E naught by EP, then I can substitute it. E naught by K is E naught minus EP. E naught by K, what is E naught? E naught is sigma by epsilon naught, that is sigma plus sigma and minus sigma. So E naught is sigma by epsilon naught K is equal to again sigma by epsilon naught minus it is sigma P upon epsilon naught. Now what is sigma? Sigma is Q by A. So I substitute here for sigma Q by A epsilon naught K is equal to Q by epsilon naught A minus that is QP by epsilon naught A. Now what I find, I just rearrange that. What I find, QP by A epsilon naught is equal to Q by epsilon naught A minus Q by epsilon naught AK. QP upon A epsilon naught is equal to Q by A epsilon naught 1 minus 1 by K. So A epsilon naught cancel out. QP is Q into 1 minus 1 by K. So this is the relation of the polarized charge developed when a dielectric constant K is placed in the uniform electric field. Next is the force between two metal plates placed at a small distance. We consider that a plates having surface charge density plus sigma and minus sigma creates electric field E naught between them. Then we assume that the electric field created by each plate is E naught by 2, and the force between each plate, if it is, I call it plus Q and minus Q, then the force experienced by each plate is Q E naught by 2. So if it is Q E naught by 2, if what is E? E is, I call it capital Q. What is E is? Sigma by epsilon naught by 2. So F is Q sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Sigma is Q by A. I substitute the value Q Q by A by 2 epsilon naught. So it is Q square upon 2A epsilon naught. This is the formula between the force of the force between two parallel plates placed at a very close separation.